Let us pay homage to the Buddha, bringing your palms closer to your heart and reciting Namo Tassa together with me. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Adinādāna Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Kāmesu Micchāchārā Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Musāvādā Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Suramire Majjapama Datthana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. For the second time and for the third time, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I abstain from taking lives and harming living beings. I abstain from taking what is not given. I abstain from sexual misconduct. I abstain from telling lies and harsh speech. I abstain from alcohol, drugs, intoxications. Ittipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarathi sattha deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehi passiko opanayiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samichi patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani attha purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo, Ahuneyo, Dakhineyo, Anjali Karaniyo, Anuttarang Punyakhetang Lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today, we will discuss something a little bit before we do the guided meditation. This is based in this little story. So there was this one teacher living in a town, and someone from a remote area came to visit him and asked, are these people in this town kind, gentle, and good people, or are they rude? Are they unwelcoming? Or how do they treat people? So the teacher asked, what about from where you come from? Were they, in that remote village, were they kind to you, or were they rude? Were they gossiping about you, or were they really bad? Were they welcoming? And this man responded, they were very bad. They were gossiping. They were very unwelcoming, and they were rude. So then the teacher said, so the people here will be like that too. People here are like that too. And then another visitor came a couple of weeks later to this teacher and asked the same question. Are people here kind, gentle, or are they rude, unwelcoming? And the teacher asked the same question. What about from where you come from? Are they rude to you, or are they kind, welcoming, gentle to you? And this traveler responded, people there were very kind, very welcoming, very gentle. So the teacher said, these people here also will be very welcoming, very kind, and very gentle. Now, this story, this little piece tells us that welcoming or gentleness and all of that depends on how you react to certain situations, how you take certain situations. When one of the monks, Punna Mantaniputta, he was going to live in remote areas, and the Buddha wanted to test his patience. So the Buddha asked, what if those people are not so welcoming to you, that they may be throwing stones at you? And Punna said, it is okay as long as they don't really hit my body. What if they hit you hit you physically? And Punna said, it's okay as long as they don't cut my limbs. So this kind of line of questioning was, went through until Buddha finally praised him, saying, you are truly qualified to go live in that area where people would welcome you or not welcome. You are prepared in every way so that you can go there and live. So wherever you go, there can be people with different motives, different problems, different situations, and they will react and act in different ways. It all depends on how you take it. Sometimes intention of people cannot be known, although they may say something nice, but the message may not be delivered in such a nice way to you, although they might have been thinking that they were being nice, but that's not how you have taken it. Sometimes you say something unkind, but it is taken as a kind thing by other people. So all these depend on how you react to certain situations. So I think this piece of a little story and advice will help you think and understand certain situations as no matter how bitter they are, but take them as pleasant and welcoming. All right, so with that, we will begin our meditation. 3 bells to prepare you for the meditation. Now the sound has faded away. What is left is your present experience of whatever that you first noticed. Perhaps my voice, perhaps some noise in where you live. All of these are occurrences. You can't see now because your eyes are closed, but you can visualize things mentally. You may as well close that door. So there is little peace entering you that way. You will also pay attention to your sounds. What are you hearing? Ears are open, but hearing can be closed, which you can do as sounds come. Without reacting to those sounds, without going to investigate details of them, you remain unaffected as much as possible. That door, too, closed. Smelling sensations, your nose is working, so smelling sensations may come. And you can also close that door. When you smell something, immediately you can recognize it. And do not let that smelling distract you from being focused on these instructions. Tasting, you may not have anything in your mouth to taste. It's not that something touching in your tongue, but recognizing a taste, a flavor. If it is not happening now, that door too is closed. What about your physical bodily sensations? To close that door, pay attention to your head, to your face, to your neck, your shoulders, your spine, the backbones, straightening these areas so that you are comfortably seated. Your arms and palms, your chest, your abdomen, your waistline, your thighs, sitting bones, your knees, shin bones, ankles, the soles of your feet, and your toes. You are connected to the ground without moving. You stay stilled. Seeing is closed, hearing closed, smelling closed, tasting closed, physical sensations, agitations closed, thinking, you need to close that too, to remain calm, like a leaf of a tree without any wind, very stilled, very calm. Your attention goes to what is moving now, which is your breath. Breathe in, peace. Breathe out, letting go. Breathe in, peace. Breathe out, letting go. Pay attention as you breathe in. Pay attention as you breathe out. Practice breathing in and breathing out, giving attention to every experience of it. Pay attention as you breathe in and breathe out. Continuously, your attention is with your breath. Sustaining your attention with your breath is key to achieving focus and peace. Observe whether your breath is short or long in both ways, inhaling and exhaling. Without letting your thoughts to impure the purity of your mind, your focus is again and again on your breath. You can now remain focused on the whole experience of breath. Any obstacle that you face, notice it. What can you do to overcome it? And take that action without delay. If you aren't noticing the obstacle, you aren't going to progress beyond. How present are you with breath? What else is present with it? If you can gladdening your mind, you breathe in and breathe out. If you can experience expansion of your cognitive experience, you do so with your breath. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Any questions before we conclude? Okay, let's transfer merit. May the suffering ones be suffering free, fear struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May Devas and Nagas protect us all, and the teachings of the Buddha. May all beings attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining. I know some of you had to leave early. Have a great rest of the evening. See you again when we see again.
Thank you, Bhante.
Saranai.